When you have maturing skin, foundation can be confusing and even questioning because you certainly don't want to add years to your face. We both got some tips and tricks to teach you how to keep your youthful appearance. I'm 61, and so I definitely have maturing skin, although I do a lot of things to maintain very healthy skin. You can actually read about those by clicking on the link in the copy.
And you do. You have great
Yeah,
skin.
I learned too late in a manner that I've had to do a lot of skin recovery and kind of claim back my skin's health, but I've been able to achieve a lot of benefits from my practices, and now I'm really committed to maintaining as healthy of a skin as possible. And foundation for me is a big piece of dressing my truth, especially as a type 3, because foundation really sets my face for the color.
Oh, absolutely. It makes a perfect canvas. But if you don't have the right foundation, it could be disaster.
Yeah, what I found, let's even list some issues that we can face as our skin matures. Now, you're 46, I'm 61. You don't appear to have aging skin.
Oh,
That's secondary one in play again, you know? You even get the youthfulness when you have a secondary type 1.
Don't you just like her even more?
Yeah, but you're aware, though, that we get more texture around our eyes,
absolutely.
no matter your type. If you're maturing, you're going to get more movement here.
Here.
Yeah, here.
I
Coloration changes. You know, you might get
pigmentation,
hyperpigmentation.
under the eyes, around the nose, around the mouth, all of that is just...
A lot of women feel frustrated with dark circles under their eyes. So
bags.
I am here. I have no makeup on. You may have noticed that already because I'm going to show you my routine that I think applies to any type. This is not type specific. This is more age preference, that if you have maturing skin, what I do, I think, will give you some real ahas and advantages in your own foundation process. And so one of the first things I want to mention is your skin will look younger with a liquid foundation.
Absolutely.
In my opinion. I'm not using our powder foundations, the two-way. It's got to be liquid for me. In fact, I use 2 of our 3 options because one's a little too light. The tint that we sell is a little too light for me. I want a heavier coverage. And so today we're working with this foundation.
The Studio Blend foundation, and it has got a full coverage.
Yeah, I love this, and a little goes a long way. Type 3s do not push the pump down all the way.
Please.
You're putting 3 days worth of foundation on your face. And that's going to look funky too, because you're going to go, okay, does that
now what do I do with it? But I have it on my hands, so I got to use it. So
you don't want any separation between your skin and the foundation. But we're going to start first with a new product that we swear by. It's called Instant Action Wrinkle Smoother. I'm going to use it under my eye and on my upper lip. This takes a very tiny amount.
Minuscule. I mean, yep. That's even too much. Give me half of that. I want some. Here, I'll save this for you there.
Okay, I'm going to dot, 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 dot. Now I'm going to pat.
Yep, pat underneath the eye. Go all the way up. Good. But you saw how minimal it was. And Carol's not going to talk for a second because you have to let it dry. And once it's dried, you can actually see. I know, you can feel it working. It's so amazing. But it doesn't look like...
Yeah, really. It's like, whoa.
Can you feel that?
Yeah, look at the lip.
Yeah, it's amazing. I watched it change.
I
watched it change.
Like I'm having a QVC moment with you and
I feel like, but I watched it change.
Because they're all type 3 selling you stuff on that channel.
But it was like it's good stuff. I love
it.
Stuff.
Step number 2.
Primer, face primer.
It's very important you have these 2 tools. The buffer brush is going to be my application for several of my steps, and the concealer brush. I'm the reason we now sell this. The makeup blender and I were never BFFs. So I came in and I had actually bought a similar product off Amazon. I wanted to try something that was this quality of a brush with this
She showed it to me, and
buffer quality, and
Yep.
I said, you know, I could sell a lot of these because this thing is amazing and it's all I'm going to be using.
well, I think this is actually better than the one that you had.
Yeah, it is. So, again, one pump. I dot it.
Dot, dot,
Four.
dot.
These are my 4 areas now that I'm working with. I'm going to taste.
Now this already has makeup on it from when she used it before, and that's fine.
And you can see my movement
Yep.
is very type 3. It's
It's quick.
kind of like I'm painting a wall here, getting in there.
And the nice thing,
I'm very firm in my pressure.
which is great because it really gets in to your face.
Yeah, and I go into my scalp, down onto my neck.
So what this does for you is that it puts a barrier between you and your makeup, allowing your skin to hold its moisture. And if your skin's holding its moisture, it's going to stay hydrated, it's going to stay more plump, it's going to have a lot less of the mature skin issues.
It's smoothing the whole face out in
It
a
really
way,
is.
where this product is just giving extra smoothing effect to those areas. That primer's really smoothing the entire face. It
Yeah.
helps the foundation go on very easily.
You'll feel a difference in it too, where this, and it does, it takes a second for it to dry, so just give it a minute for it to dry, but there is a difference between the Instant Action Wrinkle Smoother and the primer. The
Yeah.
primer preps the rest of the makeup to come on, where this actually helps in these concentrated areas on your forehead. And
My
around the-
next step is very important. I think it is the step that is my essential step that really helps my skin look healthy, youthful, smooth, and the coloring
Well, I think it sets
very
it apart.
healthy. So I've taken our concealer. I'm using
You're using the light medium.
light medium, and I like to work with this area as my palette, and I'm using the concealer brush now. These are the areas that I now want to work with
Yes,
the
that's great.
concealer.
And it's important to use this part of your hand because it won't absorb as much as if it were in another part. You don't want to put it on your palm, you don't want to put it on the back of your hand. You really do want to use this on top of your thumb area.
I go over any redness that just standing out to me. I always do the top of my lip. So you see, I'm just placing it right now. I go above and below the outer eyebrow, and I'm gonna go on each eyelid. Now, I've got it placed. I'm gonna use this.
This is where the buffer brush is so fantastic because it really gets it into the skin. But remember, you have the primer on, so it's not actually being absorbed into
Yeah, you
the
don't
skin.
even see it anymore.
Yeah, no, it's gone, and it makes the pores on your skin minimized. It
Yeah.
goes into the texture, minimizes it. It's really a fantastic brush.
I see a little bit more redness just from my eyewear right there. And I'm gonna add a little bit more.
And it's
Just
always
under the
okay to go
eye.
layer. It can be layered, which is also fantastic.
You see, I don't like wasting anything, so I just picked up the rest off my knuckle.
But it does have buildability.
And I might swipe it down the middle.
On
Okay,
your T-zone.
that to me is essential, that step. That's where I think a lot of women with mature skin are not using concealer correctly. They're not knowing how
Or
to
they just
apply it.
skip it.
They skip it,
Yep.
and it's such a great evening effect. So now I will take my foundation. Again, I'm gonna just pump it there, and I did way too much, just so you know. I didn't even follow my own guidelines of half a pump. You need me?
I probably, if you're giving me some of that.
Okay, now this is where this brush is like,
Oh, love the brush. No, it floats on air. Do you see how that just really, it blends everything in?
I go for my
Get your
lips.
cheekbone. And she also hit again above and below the eyebrow. Yeah, that looks really great. Hit your eyeglass area one more time. Yep, other side.
I like how you can get right
Yeah.
in under the eye.
And see how she's applying it? It's just these small little swift
Yeah.
circular.
Like,
Yep, it's circular. You just blend it in, blend it in, blend it in. And this really is great for the jawline because you
Yeah.
won't have that line. It's Perfect.
I love it. This is a finishing step that I like because it just now sets all that I've done.
Well, what this
and it
does,
doesn't add any color.
And it's very, very important that you do this step because it allows the other makeup now to sit on it instead of sliding, instead of moving. So Kara has the oil control blotting powder, which is with the kabuki brush, which is essential because what this does is it sets what you've just done. So now it's not going to slide or slip or move, and it's clear. It doesn't go on white. It goes on the same color as your skin tone, and hit above the eyelash or below the eyebrows too. Yep, just right there. Perfect. So that helps prep even for your eyeshadow. It's really
this
great.
brush is cool because you can
Yeah, you can move
pinch
it,
it to
manipulate
get in
it.
the areas you need.
The further down you get on it, the more control you have.
But look how smooth my
It's
lip line
beautiful,
looks.
and you can't even see that you even have
Yeah.
pores.
This is a great product as well throughout the day where I don't want to add more foundation or color. It will just lift any facial oil.
Any oil, and it just brings
I've
it back
produced.
to a good balance.
To finish off the non-color steps of my makeup process, brow powder is another essential.
So important.
I use the black brown, and so I'll smooth out my brows.
Now, as you age too, the brows get a little bit coarser, they get a little bit longer, they get a little bit crazy. So having the right color is really important to kind of put them back into their place, so to speak.
You
And
can see that my movements are they're quick swipes.
And what this does is it actually mimics the hair. So it looks like you've got thicker, fuller hair. Yeah, that looks really great, Carol.
And the brow fix just sets them
Just keeps it where you
for
put
life.
it. Yeah, it's really great stuff. I love that stuff.
So that's all pre-color.
And we took
Great.
our time here going through each step and each brush. It really takes minimal amount of time, especially once you get the routine down and you know which products you're using first.
What do you think? What did you learn today that will support you in keeping your skin looking healthy and youthful so that you can continue to share your beauty with the world? What type are you and what was your aha? Share it in a comment.